Rise up. This matter is in your hands. We will support you, so take courage and do it. Ezra 10:4. Understanding Ezra 10:4. Rise up. This matter is in your hands. We will support you, so take courage and do it. Ezra 10:4 NIV. This compelling call to action is a reminder of courage, personal responsibility, and community support. It speaks to those facing difficult choices, calling them not only to rise up in faith but to act decisively with the assurance they are not alone. In historical and scriptural context, the book of Ezra documents the return of the Jewish exiles from Babylonian captivity and the rebuilding of the temple and their identity as God's people. In context of chapter 10, Ezra 10 highlights a spiritual crisis. Families returning to Israel had entered into unlawful marriages with pagan women, compromising the covenant identity of God's people. Ezra, deeply grieved, leads the community in repentance. Who speaks this verse? Verse 4 is spoken to Ezra by one of the leaders of the people, Shechaniah. He acknowledges the issue at hand and charges Ezra to take the lead in bringing restoration and reassures him of their support. It's a moment of calling, commissioning, and community alignment around repentance and renewal. Let's look deeper into the theological meaning of the words used. Rise up is a call to action. Ezra has spent time in mourning, confession, and prayer, but now action must follow repentance. Spiritually, this marks a transition from grief to leadership, from prayer to purpose. This matter is in your hands. Ezra is being entrusted with spiritual leadership to guide the people wisely and courageously. It reflects God's delegation of responsibility to his servants. People are vessels of his work, not passive observers. We will support you is a reminder that spiritual leadership is never done alone. This verse shows that faith communities must stand with their leaders and one another, especially in moments of reform or tough decisions. It suggests biblical accountability and mutual encouragement. Take courage and do it. Conveys urgency and boldness, rooted in obedience and community backing. This is faith in action. This could also be seen as Old Testament parallel to don't just believe, respond. This verse echoes the integration of personal vocation, obedience to God's law, and shared responsibility with the church. It represents how God's people, when faced with sin or disorder, are called not only to confess, but to courageously participate in renewal. The message also aligns with the virtue of fortitude, one of the 4 cardinal virtues, defined as moral strength to do the right thing even in the face of difficulty. Whether in the church, a family, or society, this verse reminds us that godly action is often required, especially when change is necessary. Leaders must rise, supported by those they serve. This verse applies to times when we know what God is asking of us, but fear or hesitation sets in. Ezra 10:4 is a divine nudge. Do it. Rise up. God and your people are with you. It speaks powerfully to what healthy faith community looks like, not one dragging down its leaders, but uplifting them in prayer, support, and unity when hard decisions are needed. Many believers know what's right, but get stuck between intention and implementation. This verse urges you to courageously cross that line and follow through. Let's take a few moments to reflect on this verse. Is there an area in your life where God is telling you to rise up? What's holding you back? Have you ever known what needed to be done but delayed out of fear? What shifted things for you? How do you usually respond when spiritual leadership requires a hard decision? With support or skepticism? Where might God be inviting you to act, not alone, but with the backing of community or prayer? Who are the Ezras in your life that need your encouragement and support right now? Have you told them? How can we as the church rise up to correct, revive, or rebuild together with humility and boldness? Thanks for reflecting with us on this bold call from Ezra 10:4. Rise up. This matter is in your hands. We will support you, so take courage and do it. If you're facing an obstacle or a calling you've been avoiding, maybe today's your moment to rise. to move from reflective prayer to active obedience. You're not alone in this. God is with you. And just like Ezra, there are people around you who will support you when you take that faithful step. Quick heads up, some of the links in this description may be affiliate links. If you choose to use them, it helps support this platform at no additional cost. So thank you. Want to go further with us? Join our Patreon community for just 1 month. Your support helps us keep producing content that strengthens faith and encourages others to take bold steps with God. If this message encouraged you, like, share, and subscribe. And in the comments, let us know. What are you rising up to do in this season? Where is God calling you to act? And how can we support you in prayer? Until next time, remember, don't stay stuck in fear or hesitation. Rise up, take courage, and do the thing God is calling you to do, even if it's hard, especially if it's holy. God bless you.